All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. Saturday, March 1st, 2025, and an impromptu postgame because it's Giants-Dodgers, even though it's spring training. Not a bad game. I watched it here on television and saw some different things I thought I'd talk about today. And before we get into that, let us thank our sponsor, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in California, licensed in all of California, but located in Marin, California. Give Chapman Law Group a call. 415-613-9483. Give them a call for all your legal needs, personal injury situation, documents, living trust, whatever it is. Chapman Law Group's got you covered. Again, 415-613-9483. All right, we'll let the band go a little bit here, guys. A little bit of windy day today out in Glendale here in Arizona. I can walk out in my backyard right now and show you the wind. The wind is picking up here, but not a bad game today, all in all. It's a spring training game. Nobody really cares as far as who wins or loses. I guess there's some Dodger fans that are gloating. Good for you guys. You finally you won a spring training game, and yep, they're bound for the World Series after this game. Absolutely. But let's take a look just for the heck of it. Why don't we just take a look at the box score? Okay. I'll tell you some of the things I saw today that I liked, that I didn't like. I liked Matos' at bats. He did have another knock, got in a run, and then he hit one later on down the right field line that would have been a double that just went foul. I liked how he went with the pitch. He looked good on that. I think he ended up grounding out or something, but he's making contact. No Ks, 3 at bats, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Jung-Hoo Lee looked good at the plate, had a couple of hits. Hunter Bishop in there, you see him there. He struck out looking to end the game. Don't know how you leave the bat on your shoulder at the end of the game. And Carcianone hit a blast to straightaway center field. He got all of it. It took a lot to get the ball out today with the win, especially to right field. Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers smoked one off of, I believe it was Trevor McDonald. I'll look that up here in a sec, trying to do that by memory. Coos, the shortstop, he's a good defensive player out there. He did end up having 1 hit, 1 for 3. And let's see. Giants aren't playing their regulars. Dodgers aren't playing their regulars. It's spring training, okay? Casey Schmidt, 2 for 3. I love seeing that. He hit the ball well. Hit the ball, I think he got a double down the left field line. He hit one into the corner. That was nice to see, and it was off a right-handed pitcher. What else? Grant McCray still striking out. That's got to change. I don't see Grant McCray making this ball club. He doesn't make enough contact. He's striking out over 70% of the time. It looks to be 60 to 70% of the time this spring. You can't have that. He's got to learn to make contact. He's got the talent. Put the ball in play, something good could happen. On the Dodgers, well, let's look at the Giants pitching. Carson Seymour looked good today. He threw 2 perfect innings. Beck gave up a run, walked a guy. Mason Black, he gave up a run. McDonald was the guy that got hit pretty good. He gave up 3 hits. He walked 2, gave up the long ball, did not look good. And then at the end, guys like Lucchesi and Garza Dodgers ended up winning it in the 8th inning, I think, bottom of the 8th. They hit a home run. I think the home run was hit by who hit that game-winning homer? Macho or Bracho? Yeah, Macho Bracho, as they say, hit the game-winning home run. But no regulars really playing. You didn't have Chapman, you didn't have Adames, and Wade wasn't in there. You had playing first base today for the Giants was VR. He's not going to make the club. Alcantara's not going to make the club. Sabala's not going to make the club. Barracoda's not going to make the club. I don't think Stassi makes the club. He may, depending on if they go with him or Huff. Velasquez not going to make the club. Koss is not going to make the club. Who else? Where did I start? VR. Porter's not going to make the club. Casey Schmidt may or may not. Hopefully he sticks. And Carcianone, he's out of options. He's looking like a guy that can stick. Bishop's not going to make the club. Lee is obviously will be the opening day center fielder. So of this team that the Giants played today, McRae's not making the club. Meckler's not making the club. Mato should. Luciano's, questionable, 50-50 at best. So of the and then Schmidt, it's down to Schmidt, and probably wisely one of those guys makes it. So the Giants played, and in their pitching staff today, I don't know if anybody on this staff that pitched today makes the club. Seymour, outside shot as a bullpen. Beck, outside shot. Black, long shot again. McDonald, long shot. Lucchesi, because he's a lefty, might make the club. So all in all, the Giants, they pitched 6 guys. 1 may make the club. And in the lineup today, we had Matos might make the club. Lee will make the club. 1 regular that played that's going to make the club for the Giants. So nothing to get excited about, guys. Really, nothing at all to get excited. What you're looking for in games like today is NBA. Kings got a great matchup against the Rockets today. That should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. What you're looking for in a game like today is you're looking for guys like Schmidt. He comes up with a couple of hits. You're looking to see what, VR is probably going to get moved. Does he get traded? Is anybody going to, can they trade him? You're looking at the pitching, see what guys have. Lucchesi, they're looking for a lefty in the bullpen. Is he going to be that guy? You're looking at guys like Luciano and Matos. So, this is a road trip from Scottsdale over to Glendale. It's a 45-minute bus ride. The regulars, it's early still in camp. The regulars are going to get the veteran day off, workout, do their workout at the facilities in Scottsdale, and then go home. This is a longer day. The game starts just after 1:00. You got to take a bus ride over. You probably have to leave at about 11 in the morning in your uniform. You're already dressed, ready to go. You get off the bus, you walk into the stadium, you get loose. You get there at noon, you get loose. There's no batting practice. You're just, sometimes these guys are walking onto the field at 12:15, 45 minutes before the first pitch. That's kind of how spring training goes. And so this is just a little bit of, it's a Giant Dodger game, but it's early on. The Dodgers have a regular season game in 17 days. They're probably flying to Japan in 2 weeks. They're going to get over there a couple days before. Well, you lose a day. So I think the game is when is the game? On the 18th? Let me check what the actual first real game is for the LA Dodgers. I believe I'm just going to do a little schedule check, guys. Hold on one sec. I want to say it's the 18th. And let me see. Yeah, LA Cubs. That'll be 3 a.m. if you want to wake up and watch that. 3 a.m. that game starts, and that is 3 a.m. Arizona and California time because of the time change. So I'm sure the only people get up for that game will be Dodger fans and Cub fans. You know, Major League Baseball, nobody's waking up to watch that game unless you're a true Dodger fan or Cub fan, like I say. And then, so they play that first game on the 18th. And then on the 19th will be the second game. And that, again, is a 3 a.m. start. So that's just in a couple of weeks, guys, 17 days. So we'll see. Yeah, Eddie, I'm with you, man. I'm not getting up to, unless I'm having trouble falling asleep and I'm still up. But you know what? That 3 a.m, that's a ridiculous time for, I guess this is all for East Coast, right? I mean, 6 a.m. start. Even then, it's the middle of the day. It's the week. It's the middle of the week. People got to get up and go to work. They're not watching Cubs Dodgers in Japan for the most part. So basically, Major League Baseball sold itself out to Japan because not many people in America are going to watch those two games. So we'll see how this ends up. But, you know, what I take out of today's game, again, is you're just looking at a few guys, see what they have. And I'm kind of surprised we didn't even get to see Eldridge today. But, yeah, exactly, Kitchen. Dodger fans show up late for everything and they leave early. So Dodger fans probably will games at 3 a.m. They'll probably tune in just before 5 and they'll head out before the game's over. So, yeah, the fair weather Dodger fans, what we like to call them, fair weather Dodger fans. Wearing blue today. Well, I didn't even think about that. I just threw it on. It's my Under Armour. Yeah, it's my Under Armour shirt. It's comfortable. Good to see you too, Red Jet Shell, in the house. Guys, this is just going to be a little quick, short video to make, an impromptu type. I was watching the game. I said, you know what? What the heck? Let's show up. Let's talk a little Giants, Dodgers, and as us Giants fans say, yes, that's right. F the Dodgers. I'm with you. Look, I haven't done my predictions yet, guys, but I will tell you this. I don't think the Dodgers repeat. Nobody's repeated since the Yankees. When was that? 98, 9, and 2000. They did a three-peat. Nobody's repeated since the Yankees. And someone will knock off the Dodgers. They'll knock themselves out. Yes, we are doing a Warriors post-game show tonight, guys. Sixers, Warriors, 8 o'clock, California time. So be on the lookout for that. We will be here. Lou Marston and myself, Warriors, 76ers. So we will see how that goes. I think the Warriors will take down the Sixers. I look for Jimmy Butler to lead the way tonight in scoring for the Golden State Warriors. I look for Jimmy Butler tonight, guys, to put up about 25 points. That's my prediction. You're hearing it right here on NorCal Sports Network 4 hours before postgame. I'm a couple of hours, tip off in about 2.5 hours. I've got Jimmy Butler leading the way tonight for the Golden State Warriors. Yes, Embiid is out for the season. Not a surprise, right? The guy is, poor guy is just, he's just hurt all the time. Jimmy Butler isn't playing tonight. Interesting. I did not know that. What is the reason, Tommy? What's the reason Jimmy's out? Is he got a little ailment or something? I did not catch that. Let me check my phone here. So Jimmy Butler, what's the word on? LeBum. Oh yes, I forgot. Thank you, BC. LeBum. He's not a top 5 player. I do not have LeBum in my top 5. LeBum is not a top 5 all-time player. There you go. LeBum the faker. He's on the right team though, BC. He's on the fakers. Did you see the faker last night? At the end of the game, he threw a pass and he whined and whined and whined that he was hurt. He hurt his side. He tried to, the foul was called on it, but Ty Lue and the Clippers challenged it and it got overturned. It was no injury. LeBum didn't even get hit, and he whined and cried like the baby he is. Unbelievable. LeBum. He's such a faker. He's on the perfect team, the LA Fakers. I mean, how appropriate is LeBum to be on the LA Fakers? Okay, so LeBum is part of the LA Fakers. That's right. So we are not LeBum fans here, and we are not LA Dodger bum or LA Bum fans. Yeah, that's right, Kitchen Handy. To all our Dodger fans, they've never won 3 in 5. Let's see if they can do that. Yes, Kenny Chung, you are right. LeBum is a fraud. He is a complete fraud. Here at NorCal Sports Network, we will call out fake frauds. And LeBum is a fake. He is a fake. He is a clown. He's a narcissist. And we will call it out. Curry the GOAT. LeBum is a loser. Yes, now we're talking. LeBum the loser. He is a disgrace. Yes, he is. Go check that out last night. Pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious that he is calling for, like, he's wreathing in pain on the floor, acting like he's so hurt. And it's because he threw a pass. It got deflected, and he tried to, act like he was fouled and why the ball got, and no one touched LeBum, and he just falls and he wreathes in pain on the floor. And you think the guy, he's seriously hurt. And I'm like, the guy's, he's faking. And to try and get the call, he gets the call and it gets reversed. They challenge it and it got reversed. There was no contact. LeBum proven again. A 40-year-old grown-ass baby crying on the floor is just hilarious. It's just hilarious. No Cal Sports Network. Let's talk about the Frisco Giants. You want to talk Frisco Giants? Well, Frisco Giants lose today 6-5 to the Bums of LA. Let's see if we got any highlights of this game. Let me see. There might be some highlights of this game. Let me see if we have any. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Shoot. Don't have any highlights to pull up unless we got something on X that might show up. We might have some highlights there. Let's see if we got any highlights from today's game. Let me just double check here, guys. I'm looking, see if I can pull up. Was the game telecast up there in the Bay Area? I watched it. I didn't see it on the Giants NBC Sports Bay Area, so I had to listen to the Dodgers announcers, but let's see. Let's see. What else do we got here? That's really about it, guys. There's not much really going on. I just thought I would pop on here real quick just to, talk a little Giants, Dodgers. And I think, we're about a week away before we get into the meat of spring training. Right now, they've only played, a week's worth of games. Today's March 1st. They started a week ago Saturday on the 22nd of February. So they played 7, 8 games, whatever it is. But you really don't get into the thick of spring until about the, I would say somewhere around the 8th, 10th of March, you'll start seeing the regulars play and gear up. Really these guys only need 2-3 weeks at the most of playing, getting their conditioning, getting their at-bats. It's really spring training's mostly for pitchers, and you're seeing a lot of young guys get their playing time right now. But in about a week's time, you'll start seeing the regulars play mostly every day. They'll have their occasional days off. But I think they probably want to get them close to 50 at bats during the spring. So if you play them, 15 games, they get 4 at bats, they're going to get their 50 plus at bats. And then that's what you're going to see guys get round up into shape. So yes, I agree with you, Senior. I think Eldridge gets moved out here probably next week to the minor league camp where he can, guys, one of the things that's really cool about being down here in Arizona is there's a spring training game that you could go to every day, but you can also go to the minor league camps and you can watch games for free. I watched a lot of games. My buddy who I went to school with, he's been on the show, Anthony Villa. He is the director of the Baltimore Orioles, minor league director, and he played with the White Sox. And I got to see him probably play 3 years down here. And we just, walk up to all the different minor league fields. There's no cost. Got to watch guys like Brady Singer and Patrick Wisdom, and you see a lot of guys in the minor league camp that are just coming up that are fun to watch. And you could go watch those games every day of the week for free. And then once they break camp here in Arizona, there's still a bunch of guys playing. There's still leagues going on where guys are playing. And the cool thing about sometimes you'll see a big leaguer who's maybe on a rehab assignment, and a guy could take 6, 7 at bats. There's no, in these minor league games, there's no rules as far as batting out of order. So you'll see a guy come up and he'll bat, he makes an out, and then he'll come up next inning, lead off again. They're just guys that want to get their work in. So guys who need at bats, you might not see them play in the regular season game, but they're playing in backfield games, and they're getting their ABs in, they're getting their work in. So a guy may, and you're going to see Eldridge, he'll probably get sent down. My guess is Eldridge gets sent down by the end of next weekend. Maybe with the Giants playing some weekend games. I think the Giants have, let me look at their schedule real quick here for next weekend, because a lot of people come down this next weekend. It's a busy weekend for people to come down to spring training. And the Giants play Kansas City at home on Saturday, March 8th. And then they've got a split squad on the 9th. They're playing at home against San Diego, and they're at the Cubs. Wouldn't surprise me to see Eldridge right after that get shipped down to the minors. Maybe they let him play for the weekend because people want to come down and see him. But yeah. But Gerard, I see Skater's comment, 4-hole to push Chapman back 1 or 2. Yeah, Gerard hit a blast today to straightaway center. And, he hit that out, and that wind was blowing in today. So he got a hold of it. Let's see. You got a super chat here. Let me see. Did I miss that? Okay, there we go. Can I join the Warriors postgame? Okay, well, we'll have to see how that goes. Step on into the show, Chardal, and we'll see. Make sure you watch the game. If we bring you in, have a comment or two. We'll see how that goes. I can't guarantee it, but we'll see how things are going. Yeah, it might cost you a $10 buy-in to get in there, Chardal, but the Kim homer today. Let's see. Haisong Kim, sorry, not Hasong. Haisong Kim hit an opposite homer to left field today. Yeah, not bad. The ball was kind of weird. Right field was blowing in, right and center, and things were kind of blowing right to left, and so the ball just kind of carried more to left field. But he got it up in the air, and it carried. So he did make a mistake, Haisong Kim. There was first and second, 2 outs, and there was a routine grounder to him at shortstop. And Jung-Hoo Lee had a really great lead off of first base. And as soon as the ball was hit, Lee took off in a full sprint, and Haisong Kim just casually underhanded the ball over to the second baseman, and Lee beat it out. He needed to throw it overhand and he was a good 25 feet from the second baseman. He needed to really, maybe 20 feet. He needed to throw it and to get something on the ball to beat Lee. Otherwise, just throw it to first base. But a mental error by Haisong Kim today. And I'm not even sure if Kim makes the roster, the Dodgers opening day roster. They got Tommy Edmonds and Kiki Hernandez they've added back onto the roster. I bet you Haisong Kim starts in AAA. Los D from Japan heading home tonight. What a trip. See you Tuesday, rocking the Yomiuri Giants hat, possibly. All right, there we go. All right, Los coming back from Japan. Have a safe trip. Story is Kim will get sent down. Yeah, I would expect that. With their roster, they're not beating out Hernandez and Edmonds, and you already got Betts playing short. Haisong Kim, he signs a contract, but he's going to be in AAA, it looks like. Okay. We got a little I would disagree with that. It's message. I don't think Haisong Kim is better than Jung-Hoo Lee. He's not even going to make the Dodgers team. Jung-Hoo Lee is a guy I got Jung-Hoo Lee hitting about 285 this year, guys. I think Jung-Hoo Lee, if he stays healthy, I look for him to hit 285, and wouldn't even shock me if he got close to 300. Wouldn't shock me at all. He's put on some muscle, and I think, if you can hit the ball, make contact, which he proved last year, he can hit the ball. He just needs to bulk up a little bit, which he's done. So he's going to get a little stronger. Look, one of the hardest things to do in sports is hit a baseball. It's probably, if you ask most pro athletes, they will tell you it's probably the hardest thing to do is hit a baseball. Try hitting a ball that's breaking and it's moving at 95 plus miles per hour. I don't know if any of you guys have ever stood in a batting cage, but try just going into a batting cage at 90. The thing is on top of you so fast, you barely have time to think. And these guys are timing pitches at 98 to 100 miles an hour and knocking the ball all over the place. Very, very tough to do. And I mean, to me, when I watch sports, the two hardest things to me when I watch sports is hitting a baseball and skating with a puck at full speed with a guy barreling down on you against the boards, and you're about ready to get just clobbered. And you know, I mean, hockey players are incredible athletes, baseball hitters. I mean, hey, look, anything in pro sports is amazing. Basketball, right? Basketball guys, what they do, what football players they do. Nobody can really, that's why they get paid the money they do. But I'm telling you, hitting a baseball is so hard. It may look easy on TV when you're watching the center field camera and you're like, how did he miss that? How in the world did he miss that ball coming right down the middle? Well, again, if it's got any movement at all, it's not easy. So, and you're up there for sometimes 3 pitches. Sometimes you're up there for 10 to 15 pitches. The more pitches you see, the better chances you have of hitting it. But, you're seeing all kinds of different pitches. So it is very, very difficult. What do we got here? Okay, we're looking here. We got some stuff going in the chat here, skaters and its message going at each other. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, that's really about it. I mean, here we are on a Saturday afternoon, right? 4:30 here in Arizona, 3:30 out in Cali. I don't know if you guys got a chance. Did anybody get a chance to see the game back home in Northern California? Was the game telecast in the Bay Area up in Sacramento? I wasn't sure who was, anytime there's a game that's being telecast, I have I've got enough stuff where I can see it. So I was able to catch it. Go ahead, skaters. What question you got for me? Fire away. So is there any chance Matos can beat out Yaz for start? Yes, I do believe there is a world that Matos can beat out Yaz. And that is if Matos continues to make solid contact. Yaz has hardly played, right? How much has Yaz played in spring training? Very little. We'll see what happens when Yaz starts getting his at-bats. I expect this coming week to start seeing more of the regulars. I mean, we're starting right now, tomorrow, March 2nd, they're playing the Angels at home. There's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 more games. And 2 of those are split squad. 21 more games before the Giants leave Arizona. They go up to Sacramento to play the River Cats on the 23rd on a Sunday late afternoon. And then they've got 2 games at home against Detroit on Monday, the 24th, and Tuesday, the 25th. Then they head to Cincinnati for the season opener on Thursday, the 27th. So 21 more games here in spring. So you're going to start seeing more regulars, guys, this coming week. And in the world with Yaz, if Yaz does not hit well at all and Matos is making solid contact, driving in runs, there better be a world where he can win a job, skaters, because Yaz is just, I don't understand how they have Yaz penciled in as a starting job. To me, Yaz should be fighting for a roster spot, but they guaranteed him $9.2 million. So this is to me, an error, a misjudgment on the Giants' part. I don't know why they have Yaz as a regular. I get that they want to build some youngsters around some veterans like Chapman and Adamas. And then you've got Jung-Hoo Lee already penciled in and Ramos. So there's 4 regulars plus Bailey. You've basically are saying you have 5 regulars in your starting lineup. And then you want to see some of the youngsters, guys like Fitzgerald, possibly Schmidt and Matos and, Luciano, maybe. But Yaz being on this roster, to me, is just taking up a spot. Look, let me ask you guys, who would be more important on this roster right now? A left-handed Taylor Rogers or at 12 million or Yaz versus 9 million? What is the more important position? The Giants have no lefties in their bullpen except Eric Miller, and he's got some numbness in his fingers. So I don't understand the Giants' thinking on this. Yaz is easily replaced. Taylor Rogers is a veteran left-handed pitcher that was a closer in this league and a pretty effective one and knows how to get guys out. Yaz is a light-hitting defensive replacement type outfielder. I mean, if you look up at Yaz's actual stats for his last 4 years, 21 through 24, let me just pull those up here. Okay. Yaz hit 224 in 21, 214 in 22, 233 in 23, and 231 last year. I mean, he's a lifetime 239 hitter with 19 and 20 thrown in there where he hit 272 and 297. The guy has not hit over 233 in the last 4 years. You're telling me that's a $9 million player that you can't find somebody to actually replace there? I would say that the Giants mismanaged the money there, and they should have went with Taylor Rogers. And if you're going to get rid of Rogers at 12 million, well, you're still paying $6 million. You're paying $6 million for Rogers, okay? So why wouldn't you just? So you're paying 6 plus 9. Think about this, guys. Think about this. They're trying to save money, and they're paying $6 million for Rogers and 9 for Yaz. They're paying $15 million. You could have just paid Rogers the 12 and saved $3 million. And you have a lefty in your bullpen. I mean, I don't get it. I don't really get it at all. Look, Yaz is a fine defensive player, and he hits the occasional home run for you. And if he gets hot, he can be a pretty good player for your team, but pretty streaky. Last year, he hit 18 homers. Okay. Not bad. I mean, he hit 18 homers in 474 plate appearances. So that's one every 26 at bats. That's not that great. Guys that hit one every 15, now you're talking. And if you get one every 10, you're really, really talking. But I just think, I mean, if McRae made more contact, he would be better to have than Yaz. I mean, if McRae could cut his strikeouts down to a reasonable 25%, 28%, he's right in line where Yaz is. Much rather have McRae with his speed and his youth than I would Yaz. But I don't get the Giants thinking there. So Lou is right. They they don't know how to assemble a team. It does not make sense at all for them to be paying, if they're paying Yaz 4 or 5 million, okay, but they're paying him 9 million, 50% more than what he should be making on this club. If somebody else wanted to pay him 9, let him. He's 34, soon to be 35 years old in this season. Okay. Mike Yastrzemski is 34 years old and turns 35 in August 23rd. Okay. Is he part of your future? Is he part of the future? If not, then why is he on the roster? I don't get it. I can understand to a certain extent Justin Verlander. He's 42, but he might be able to help a Landon Roop, a Hayden Birdsong, some of these younger guys that might pay dividends for you down the road, maybe not only just this year, but in the years to come. Guys, you remember that Giants had Randy Johnson in 2009. They had a young mad bum coming up, and they already had Lincecum, who was a Cy Young Award winner. But just being around Johnson, I'm sure rubbed off just on some things. But so we'll see where this team goes. But guys, I think that's enough for this afternoon. Wanted to pop in here. Again, it was an unexpected impromptu. I was watching the game. Says, you know what? Why don't we do a show? It's Giants Dodgers. And that's always fun, even though it was a meaningless preseason game. But catch us tonight, guys. We will be on tonight at 8 o'clock, roughly 8 o'clock. So Jimmy Butler is out for today's game, according to somebody earlier. I think it was Tommy. A back injury for Jimmy Butler. So I had not heard that. And so I guess Jimmy Butler will not lead the Warriors in scoring tonight, as I predicted. So it's probably going to be another Steph game. And with Butler out, look for Moses Moody to get some minutes. I wonder when Kuminga will be back. Kuminga should be coming back soon. So we'll see. I think Jonathan Kuminga may show up some point on this road trip before next Thursday against Brooklyn. So guys, thanks for watching. Better, BETR, upper right-hand corner of the screen there. Better, the official daily fantasy sponsor of NorCal Sports Network. Make sure you join Better. Download the app on your phone, put in the promo code NCSN. That's right, put in the promo code NCSN for a deposit match up to $250 plus a free pick. Go do it now because it's a lot of fun. They're giving you free money to do it. That promo won't last forever. I can't remember the expiration date, but it is coming up. Not sure if it's March or May. I remember it had an M in front of it, but that promo code NCSN, $250 deposit match. So guys, yes, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate that, Padden. Is it Padden or Padden? 616. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll be back again tonight at 8 o'clock, roughly, for Warriors-Sixers postgame. And tomorrow night, Sunday night, if you're just for a baseball guy, we've got the Hot Corner coming on 8 o'clock. That's a show where we team up with Giants Sports Talk Live, and there's 4 of us on the screen talking Giants baseball. So make sure you catch that tomorrow night at 8. But tonight at 8, we'll be on. And again, thank you for being part of the show, and we will see you tomorrow or tonight. So, guys, you can follow me on Twitter or X at NorCal Sports Network, NW, NorCal Sports Network. All right, guys, enjoy the music on the way out. I'll be looking for your comments, and we will see you tonight, 8 o'clock. Take care. Thanks.